In today's video, I am going to save you years of work by teaching you the ultimate hack to ego dissolution, to killing the ego, so to speak. This hack is extremely powerful and is for anybody looking to become awakened, to become enlightened, so to speak, and to pretty much stop feeling so much pain. My name's Bradley. I've been studying Buddhist philosophy and practice for the past 3 years. I've meditated 40,000 minutes. I have a certification in Buddhism from Harvard. I've studied with monks and many different teachers. And this hack will save you potentially years of work. And the hack that I'm talking about is not a hack and doesn't exist. And before you swipe away or scroll away, at least hear me for a few more minutes to understand what I mean by that. What I am saying is that if there was a hack, it would not get you to what we're talking about. There's no way to hack yourself to ego dissolution. And in fact, anyone that says that is pretty much lying to you. And so what I'm saying is the hack that is the hack is rather a lifestyle. So I'm not here to lie to you. I'm here to tell you that the hack that you seek is not a hack, or if you want to call it the hack, the quickest hack is a lifestyle. It is a seeing of truth through this lifestyle, through this awareness, and through this practice. Quick background of how I killed my ego. In 2020, I decided I would meditate every single day for a year. And what I did during that year was profound. I had experiences where I would cry during meditations for no reason. I would speak with other beings from other dimensions that I felt were there with me and communicating to me, but I couldn't see them or sense them. I saw glimpses of my past lives. I felt the most peace I have ever felt, and I also was extremely frustrated at a lot of times. But it wasn't until I continued my meditation practice and then started pairing it with an Eastern philosophy, that being Theravada Buddhism, that I started to drive my car with directions. I look at meditation without an Eastern practice. For me, meditation without the Eastern practice was driving a car without a steering wheel. I'm going somewhere, but I have no control of where I'm going. I know I'm kind of going in that direction, but I'm not moving very well. I'm not driving on the road. I'm veering. I'm going all over the place. But with the practice, with the Dhamma, with the teachings of the Buddha, I was able to direct my car in a way that provided so much more ground. I covered so much more ground with that. And so this ego dissolution came about simply through my own practice. Right? So what I'm saying is that there is no hack, it is a practice. And the best thing about ego dissolution is that you're constantly dissolving it all of the time. Because the ego is always there, it always fizzles back up. And unless you are a truly enlightened being, this is part of it. This is part of the process. Because remember, the ego in itself is there to help you, right? Supposedly. It's there to tell you when to eat, tell you when to sleep. That's what the ego's for. But the ego is there to defend this sense of self. But here's the kicker. This sense of self doesn't exist. The ego truly doesn't exist. And I think that's where things get a little complex for people. Because the true sense of self that exists is unexplainable. It's ineffable. You can't speak about it. The Buddhists call these the 5 aggregates. Is this body me? The ego protects the body, right? Make sure that no one harms it. Is this body me? Well, I don't think the body's me. because the body changes. The body deteriorates. What happens to the body? Does it feel like it's me? Like intuitively, does this feel like me? Maybe it's a part of me. Okay, well, what about my thoughts? What about my feelings? My sensations? Sometimes I have good feelings, bad feelings. Are those me? Well, when I get mad, I say I am angry. I am anger. Is this me? Funny enough, some Tibetan Buddhists don't even say that. They'll say anger has arisen. Anger has arisen. This ring light's dying. Okay, well, what about my perceptions, right? I see something, I know that it's a chair. That's a chair. I just perceived it. Is that me? Well, what about my mental formations? Buddhists call this sankharas, the stories that I tell myself. Maybe those are me. No. And then finally, the big one, consciousness. Is consciousness me? Some people will say, yes, well, everything is just consciousness. I am just pure consciousness. I do not like the word consciousness for this description, because consciousness is the software of the brain. The fact that I am conscious of my body, the fact that I have this understanding, this perception, the way that my brain runs, this software, the code of the brain is consciousness. The word you're searching for is. The word you're searching for is. Everything is. You are. Some monks call this beingness. God, I call it beingness. The universe, beingness. It is the essence of all things. All of it exists. This container is. The hat is I am. You might have heard that one before. So the dissolution of ego is the true seeing of this. It's the dissolving of the sense of self that is our sense of thoughts. Is that self? No. The dissolving of this false sense of self with consciousness, with body, with feeling, with mental formations, with perceptions. Dissolving. And in a weird way, it's not even a dissolution, it's a deconstruction, right? We build this ego. We build it brick by brick, brick by brick. Here it is. We have to unbuild it. And in a weird way, the unbuilding of it is truly just seeing through it. It's this illusion. It's a mirage. It's not even there, dude. That's the truth about the ego. So this ultimate hack goes beyond being a hack. It goes into being a lifestyle, right? It goes into this doing, this practice of seeing through the mirage. But then even in that, when you see through a mirage, is the mirage even there? My light died, so I'll leave you with that. Follow for more videos like this. Feel free to ask questions as well. I am heavily educated in Buddhist practice and philosophy and would love to have discussions about it. Okay, may you be well. May you be free of suffering.